And without further ado, our superintendent, who we truly appreciate adjusting her schedule to come on Monday after we had to kind of change things around a little bit.
Kristen, you said that like I had a choice. So I was thinking that it's funny how you hear a story from kids and there's always two versions of the story. So Kristen told her version of the story this morning, being so excited that she took UNR all the way to the championship game. And the real story goes like this. I looked at her and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right? And then I said, in my bracket, I took UNC to go all the way against Villanova. So I am done, like all my brackets are a wash. But then I realized that Kristen just took UNR. She has no idea about all the other upsets. So she really wasn't like a bracketologist or anything. It was just one of those, I'm taking UNR all the way, I'm taking Villanova, and whatever else falls, falls. No science to that. Sheer luck. Can you give me my $20 back from the bracket I'm gonna lose? But it was a great weekend of basketball, and we are excited for the pack. But we are excited to be here today. First of all, I have a few thank yous. Thank you to the people who put this together every Friday when we have LTLs. And so it was tough because we had to shift to Monday, but they made it happen. So thank you all who put this together, and thank the people who brought breakfast. And then thank you for adjusting your schedule. So it's not just that I had to adjust my schedule. I know many of you had to adjust your schedule, and I think I have a school visit today. So if you're not there, I won't look for you, but I'll still visit your classrooms. But today, we're going to talk a little bit about where we're going as a district. And some of you did come to the State of Ed, but State of Ed this year was join the journey to graduation. And the journey to graduation that I wanted to communicate to our public starts at pre-K, K, all the way to their senior year. And this year was really about showing the public what happens in our elementary schools, what happens in our middle schools, what happens in our high schools. And we showcased the work of many students. So if you did not come to that and you have an opportunity to go look at it, there were some wonderful, wonderful moments from some really great students across our district. And I want to thank all those schools that participated in having those kids at State of Ed, with a big thank you to the McQueen High School Band, who ended it with such a bang of excitement with an awesome drum line. Today, first of all, I'm trying to do two things at once, and that might not work. Did it work? No? I'm good? Okay. Today we're going to focus on culture and climate, one of our 4 fundamentals, and we know how important climate is. And I've had some amazing school visits. If you've had an opportunity to look at the Friday Minute, like I love to put the pictures of the students and the teachers in, and it's great to walk through your buildings and feel what you're doing. What's really awesome is that no one school is alike, and we value your climate and the things that you do, but we still need to look at climate in a deeper, more robust way. The walkout. So we know what's going on nationally, and we had walkout. We value student voice, and I want to say kudos to all the high school principals and middle school principals that really organized their students in such a way that I was happy to go home and not worry that something happened to kids or we had shootings. But students did a variety of things. Students marched to the mailbox to mail letters. There were balloons, there were ribbons, there were talks, there were calls to the legislature. And we value student voice, and student voice is extremely important. And I really want to remind you that the Office of Accountability, Ben and his shop, is hosting their Student Voice Summit and Data Summit, and it's been moved to Friday, April 27th, as a result of the weather we had from the snow day from the last time. I can't keep up with our snow days. So please come out, because it's amazing the work that the students are doing with student voice. Okay, wait, am I clicking or are you clicking? Me? I don't know. It's not. Okay, thank you. So I really want to talk about the budget. We have been putting forth a budget in front of the board, and this is a quick recap. Since 2008, we've had a structural deficit of over $40 million. As you know, last year, we eliminated some of that structural deficit without laying off employees and really trimming $30 million from the top. And I want to thank a couple of principals who told me, Traci, it would be great if you share some of this information in LTL. So I want to talk a little bit about the budget. So we have a $19 million structural deficit now, which should be a woohoo, from $40 million to $19 million and not lay anybody off. We've cut that in half. The board has set out on a goal to eliminate that in 3 years. We have reduced the structural deficit to $5 million if the board approves some of the changes. And what I want to encourage you to do is to go online and look at the material so you actually see what's being suggested, why it's being suggested, and listen to the board meetings, listen to the dialogue around it with the idea that we have to balance the budget. We try to look at things that would not impact the classroom, but know that 85 to 90% of our budget is salaries. So we really needed to streamline to see what that looked like. Our district will be the first district embarking on priority-based budgeting. And it's very new for all of us. It's new for the board. It's new for our leadership team. And we're working really hard at balancing this budget. This process should help us make better decisions based on our strategic plan and based on what we feel we value for the needs of our children in our district. But today, we are here about Fundamental 4, so that was a little bit about the budget. I probably can't do two things at once, huh? That was a bad idea. We're here to talk about Fundamental 4 and serving all students. We've done a lot of work in our district in the last 5 years on social-emotional learning, and we are fantastic. And you look at us, people see us as a national leader. We've had opportunity to have many members of our staff go speak around social-emotional learning, and now the work we have to do around equity and diversity. We'll talk a little bit about it when I come back, but right now I would like to introduce to you, because I believe that all the work we do should come from the very top. Our charge and what we set out to do comes from the Board of Trustees. And so I would like to introduce to you the lady in UNLV running red, rebel, I don't get it, but anyway. If you follow her on Twitter, yesterday she tweeted out her 2004 Sweet 16 shirt from the PAC. Dr. Angela Taylor is a force in the community. I don't know why I'm still confused about this red, but nonetheless, she is here to speak with us on behalf of the board, and we are so happy that you are here, and go Pack, and I'm going to wear blue.
Yes, you are.